Today, we will be testing out the most popular myths that exist in the world today. So buckle up, you're in for a wild ride because there's a lot of myths on here that I did not think were going to be true.
You can create a phone by using 2 plastic cups and some string. All right, so what we have to do is you talk into this part and then you listen through that part. So this is the receiving end and everything, okay? All right, I'm gonna say something, let me know if you could hear it.
Hello, Kyle.
I heard it there, but I heard
All right, let me say
absolutely
another thing, let me say another thing. All right.
I almost heard, I think you said the tension is right.
Whoa, I
you
said
said?
the couch is white.
Oh,
that's
okay.
close enough. Okay, you're definitely not gonna get this one. Let's extend the length of the room. I'm gonna tell the camera what I'm saying and let's see if you get it, genuinely.
All right, so the sentence we're gonna say is subscribe to the channel.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
Okay, here we go.
I hear it. Subscribe to the channel.
No way!
Let's go!
There's no way you got that.
So the next myth we're trying out is whether or not McDonald's fries are vegetarian. So apparently they're cooked in non-beef oil. I don't think that's true, but let's check it out.
What can I got for you?
Are your fries vegetarian? Like, are they cooked in non-beef oil?
Oh, no, regular oil.
All right, can I have 2 large fries? I feel like a fool. Thank you. All right, so McDonald's fries, unfortunately, or fortunately, are not vegetarian. But while I was here, I am going to bust another myth, and that is that plant-based chicken tastes the same as regular chicken. So I picked up some chicken McNuggets, and here we also have some soy-based chicken that looks, I think, a bit less appetizing. So there's that. We'll do a little side-by-side. Real chicken on top, and fake chicken on the bottom. All right, here we go. All right, so this is the plant-based chicken. Tastes like rubber. It's slimy. Yeah. You can tell it's not chicken. The good thing though is that you can't get salmonella from eating this chicken. So if it's undercooked, it doesn't matter. So that's a pro in the column, but the taste, I'm assuming it's gonna be way worse than real chicken.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the real chicken.
Not even close.
Night and day, dude. So that myth is busted because these chickens are way better than this chicken. All right, so the next myth is that wearing a hat makes you bald. And since I always wear hats, let's see if I'm bald. Very much real. So I'd say that's a myth. Balding, on the other hand?
So the next myth we have is that you can't fold a piece of paper 8 times. All right, 8 doesn't seem too bad. I feel like 8 is something that's entirely doable. So 1, easy. 2, what's the most you've ever done before?
I've never even tried this, to be honest.
So this is 3. It is getting small pretty quickly.
Yeah.
I think 8 is gonna be a challenge. There's 4, you still good?
Yep, 4.
Okay.
5, it's getting tremendously harder right now.
Why does it get so difficult? It's just science in front of us. Okay, but I got 5 pretty cleanly. Looks like you're
5.
struggling.
This struggling.
Dude, you're like using all your weight. Wow, 6 is gonna be harder than I thought. I guess with a hydraulic press, this would be pretty simple, right?
Wait, is this 6 or 7?
6.
6? All right.
8's gonna be really tough.
Yeah.
I'm good on 6, are you good?
Yeah, but I think I'm maxing out. I think 7's where I fail for sure.
Okay, 7. How do you even get the leverage? It's just,
Yeah.
oh, okay, I think I
Right?
got this. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good technique. Okay, I think
got 7?
I think I comfortably have, it's like folded.
Is that 7 or 8?
7.
Oh, dude.
So we're gonna say this myth is unable to be busted.
All right, so this next myth is that you can press your thumb to the roof of your mouth to get rid of a brain freeze. So I'm gonna try to give myself a brain freeze by taking down some ice cream pretty quickly. Take it straight to the dome. I'm gonna actually try and like shove it directly into the area that gets you frozen. Oh, I already got one. Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. Ugh, it's not doing anything. Huh? I don't know if that worked just because, I don't know if the thumb helped or it was just the amount of time needed to kind of get rid of the brain freeze. I would say it worked. Okay, that's a weird one.
This next myth is a food one, and it's that if you pour salt onto a strawberry, it brings the bugs out. So here's a completely naked strawberry. So Gordon Ramsay style, just gonna Salt Bae this up, and now we wait.
Maybe they're microscopic bugs.
I mean, nothing's really happening to this. All right, I think it's safe to say that this was an absolute waste of time because I didn't think that would work. This one kind of seemed like a little too far-fetched.
Now we're gonna see if video games actually make you violent. So that's a myth that has been going around for forever. So we're gonna play the most violent video game of them all. We're gonna play the most violent video game of them all.
No.
All right, so next up on the chopping block, we have onions, yellow onions specifically, and the myth is that when you cut a yellow onion, you cry. I don't know if that's a myth. I think it's pretty well documented. I've definitely cried before, but maybe it will be different this time. Maybe I've matured a bit and I no longer cry when I cut onions. Once we cut into this bad boy, it's gonna start. Once the aromas flow into our eyes, let's just cut it directly down the middle and watch your hands. Okay, nothing yet. Imagine we're making dinner.
I'm not crying yet, but I'm definitely sensitive in the eyes.
Take a diced one and give it a little left. Oh yeah, I'm crying a lot now. Yeah, I'm definitely crying.
I'm definitely sensitive, but I just can't get the tears out. All right, so this is like 50-50. The myth to me was not busted, but the myth for you was busted.
Yeah, I think it's a lot like hypnosis. You kind of have to let it happen.
And boy, did you let it happen. And I feel like we should put this to use. Maybe we'll make something after this. All right, for this next myth, we're seeing if spinach actually makes you stronger. So right here, I have a 50-pound dumbbell, and I'm going to lift it first without spinach, and I'm going to eat some spinach and then lift it again to see if it's a bit easier. So here we go. This is without spinach, just raw. Okay, I mean, pretty easy. Now let me get my spinach out. Always carry around some of this. It's like my hot sauce. All right, shout out to Popeye. Wait, why is this like literally leather now? Maybe it's adrenaline? Okay, I mean, I would say that spinach actually makes you stronger. Not a myth. Apparently, the myth is that if you remove the seeds from a jalapeno, it makes it less spicy. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. That could be a useful trick. I hope it works.
Yeah, you could like act like you're some really like bad dude that's able to eat hot stuff, but you really just like get rid of the bad stuff within it. All right, so we're starting off with a seeded piece of the jalapeno. Feels like we're on hot ones right now.
Yeah.
Don't touch your eyes, right?
Cheers.
I'm gonna ask you a deep question after this. Ooh, it's definitely got a kick to it. All right, maybe you skip out on this experiment then. All right, so a little spicy with the seeds. And then here it comes without the seeds. Ooh, I got a little splashback into the eye. I feel like that can't be good. Now we just have a ring. This is like what you'll get into like your Mount Kosher jalapenos in a jar. Can't be that spicy. Oh my gosh, it works. This is fresh. It just tastes like a green pepper. So it really is the seeds is what makes things hot. But unfortunately for me, I have to go back in because the next myth after this is that milk helps to alleviate some of the spice. The capsaicin inside of spicy items, the milk offsets it. So let's get a lot of spice into my mouth. So here is a lot of jalapeno seeds. Ooh, that was like the stem with like 4 or 5 seeds on it.
Yeah, you're crazy for that.
I don't think it's like super, super hot. This isn't like the highest grade jalapeno, but let's see if the milk does anything for me. Got some almond milk here. Probably not the best choice. I'm pretty sure almond milk won't work because it's probably dairy that does it, but
it's healthy.
Yeah, definitely healthy. This is also expired as of a week ago. So I don't know if this is a good combination. Expired almond milk and jalapeno seeds.
It's a sell-by date. I
Yeah,
feel
that's
like.
true.
And it's a recommendation, right?
What do they know?
It's all about the smell test.
But it definitely doesn't help. I think it actually hurts.
The next myth is that the odds of a coin flip are always 50-50. So we're gonna flip this coin 10 times, and if it's not 5 heads, 5 tails, then this is an actual myth. Here we go. Heads, 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 tails, 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 3-3, heads, 4-3, tails, 4-4, wait a second, heads, if it's tails, it's 50-50, it's tails. Okay, so a coin flip is actually a 50-50 chance of being heads or tails. So that is not a myth. That is in fact true.
All right, so here we have some carrots, and the myth is that carrots help you see in the dark. So here's a carrot.
Thank you.
Here's a carrot for me. All right, you test this first, so eat your carrot.
All right.
I'm gonna show, here, turn around. This is how many fingers I'm gonna be holding up in the dark. Okay, now I'm gonna shut the lights off, turn around. How many fingers am I holding up? 2. The next myth is that if you put baking soda inside of ketchup, then it explodes, kind of like Coke and Mentos. I've never heard of this one before. This is really new to me.
It's a lesser known version.
Hopefully it will be like a small enough amount that the explosion's pretty mini.
Yeah.
So here we go. Oh my gosh, no, nothing's happened. Maybe you need like a little chemical reaction to happen. It's like I'm making barbecue sauce. Do you see that bubbling?
Yeah, there's a little bit of truth to this, but it's just not as exaggerated as I would have hoped.
I think explosion's the wrong word.
All right, so the next myth we're looking to bust is whether or not Subway footlongs are actually a foot long. So let's get it. 1 foot long of the spicy Italian. See the size of this bad boy? It looks good. It looks kind of long. It looks like it might actually pass the test. Here's the moment of truth. I think it's actually 12 inches. Bring it close. The Subway footlong is actually a foot long. It actually might even be a little bit bigger. All right, so the myth that Subway sandwiches are no longer a foot long, that's false. They're 13 inches long.
All right, so here we have 2 normal size Diet Coke cans, and what we're testing here is that you can apparently open up another can of soda with a can of soda by using the bottom. I don't know how this would make sense considering the bottom is perfectly round and the top has like one of the tabs on it, but let's see.
I think you're supposed to, yeah.
Oh, wait. Oh my gosh.
The feat of strength.
Oh,
Let's go.
wow. Okay, so that is not a myth. That is very much true. You can certainly do it. It doesn't leave the can in a great position, but if you're ever, you got cold hands and you don't want to open up the tab and you got nails on, Just get another can and open it right up. Which leads us into our next myth, which is you can't drink a whole bottle of soda without burping after 1 minute. So what we're gonna do, of course, is drink this up and then try not to burp. So I got Diet Coke to reduce the amount of calories that we're putting into our body. Gotta stay healthy.
I appreciate that.
Longevity, you know? And then for me, the clock begins for the burping.
There's no way I'm drinking this whole can. It's just not gonna happen. The only drink worse than this is Prime. I'm just saying.
So that myth has been busted because I was able to drink this entire Diet Coke can without a single burp. And I don't even feel like it's coming up either. I just think like I have like a decarbonation effect inside my body. So maybe it's just for me, but this is definitely debunked. All right, so this next myth, we're at Starbucks right now, and apparently a venti is the same exact size as a grande. So I ordered a venti iced tea, and I'm gonna pour it into this grande cup to see if they're the same thing.
That's close. It's just the ice. Dude, it's the same size.
Oh my God, it's actually the same exact thing.
What a ripoff.
It didn't overflow.
Oh.
So this is empty, and this is, oh my gosh, it is a scam. I didn't expect that to be true.
Holy mackerel.
All right, so that is not a myth. That is absolutely true. So you might as well order a grande. So the next myth is that you can't legibly write blindfolded. So of course you could doodle and stuff, but like writing something that you could actually read is impossible because we don't have good spatial awareness as humans, I suppose. So I'm gonna be attempting that first by blindfolding myself, and then I'll hand the pen off to you, and then you do it yourself, and then we'll review.
Sounds good.
So we have to write the sentence, I like fox. Here we go. Okay?
Are you up?
Where's your hand at?
There we go.
Is that you?
You don't even have the pen in your hand.
Oh yeah, sorry, I was longing for touch. Okay,
There we go.
there we go.
What is it? I like ducks?
I like fox.
I like fox. That doesn't even make sense.
A lot of things don't make sense.
That's true.
All right, let me take a look at this. I would say pretty well done. I think that reads I like fox, and I think mine does as well. So this myth is busted.
Wait, I wrote that?
You wrote this.
That's better than my actual handwriting.
Maybe you should just close your eyes all day.
Yeah.
While your eyes are closed, we're going to do the next myth, which is you can't tell water apart. So right here, I have tap water, I have the worst water in the world, Dasani, which is toilet water, and then I have Essentia, which is a 9.5 pH water. So they are very different, all three of these, and let's see if you actually can't tell the difference. In front of you are your options. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is first give to you this water. See what you think. Okay.
That is, okay, let me go next. I'll use that as a baseline. I think that's Dasani though.
Okay.
I'm getting some not good taste on my taste buds right now. Okay, I think that is also Dasani.
Okay. Maybe you just think everything's Dasani,
Yeah.
and there's the last one in front of you.
Okay, this is tap water. The one before this was the alkaline water, and the first one was Dasani. That's my final decision.
Okay, so open up your eyes. You were completely wrong. So the one you just drank was the alkaline water, then it was the Dasani, and the first one was the tap water.
I got every
You got
one wrong.
every single one wrong. The myth is true. You can't tell the difference between different waters.
This next myth is that you could break a glass by only using your voice. And since I think a lot of you guys know that I'm trained professionally in singing, I've been doing this for about 29 years of my life. What I'm going to do is just go up in scale until I reach a crescendo that hopefully can break this. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do.
The next myth that we're testing is that chocolate is infinite. So if you cut it in a certain way, you could take a piece off and it will still be the same size as a normal bar, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but we're going to test it out. All right, so I have a Hershey's bar with almonds, which is a top 5 candy bar, of course, and it has all the segmentations in it that we're going to need for this experiment. So you're going to start off by making a cut right here. I've never cut a chocolate bar before. It feels a little dirty. And you're going to cut right down in the center here. Great. And we're gonna cut this top one off, get him out of the way, swap these, and then take the original piece and bring it back. I mean, it's not the cleanest in the world, but it kind of looks infinite, right? I don't see like how, so the missing chunk would be here. So these in theory are gonna be smaller than the other ones. Unfortunately, there's no such thing as free chocolate, so this myth is in fact busted.
Next up, we have Bloody Mary, which is an old urban myth that we're gonna put to test today. And so basically there was a folk tale of this lady named Mary, and like she died, and then her parents looked in the mirror. They said, oh, Mary, come back like 3 times. And then a Bloody Mary appeared. So then people have reported since that they tried this, they looked in the mirror and they said Bloody Mary 3 times. And then all of a sudden somebody appeared in the mirror. Which sounds ludicrous, but.
Give it a shot.
All right, on 3, you wanna go for 3 times?
Yeah, so
All
we
right.
say it 3 times and we shut off the light? Or we shut off the lights?
We don't even need to shut off the lights.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. 1, 2, 3.
Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary.
Oh my God.
Oh!
That was so that's literally the dumbest thing ever.
So this next myth is that you're taller in the morning than you are at night. So right now it is 9:30 a.m. So let's see how tall I am. All right, so my official morning height is 6'1" and 3/4 inches. All right, so right now it is 7:15 p.m. late enough. I have to measure myself. So let's see how tall I am. Okay, so I actually am a 1/4 inch shorter at night. I don't know if because I'm being lazy, but I'm wearing the same shoes, same outfit, everything's the same. I took my hat off. So I think that is not a myth. Like, you are actually taller in the morning than you are at night.
Apparently it's impossible to drink while you're upside down. So I'm gonna do 2 things. I'm gonna drink while laying down, because I feel like that's kind of harder while your body's flat. And then I'm gonna do it completely upside down to see if I guess my digestive tract can operate backwards. So here's normal. No issues at all. Here's laying down. Wow, surprisingly smooth. How does that even work? Like, I'm flat right now and I'm able to drink. And then I'll go upside down. Oh, like I'm doing like decline bench. Okay. Wait, I think it worked. Let me try once more. So I'm not gonna swallow until I'm completely vertical. I don't get how that works. It goes against everything that makes sense. I'm upside down. Like, how does the water go up my body when I'm vertical like that? All right, that is not a myth. That's true. You can drink while upside down. All right, the next myth we have is that all Fruit Loops taste the same. So regardless of the color, you're gonna get the same exact taste profile. I believe this one. I feel like Fruit Loops have been the biggest scam since cornflakes. So we will try each one and we'll just basically see if they have their own unique taste to them. And on the box, I don't believe it says like, oh, this is green apple, this is strawberry. So to be fair to them, it's not like they're marketing them as different flavors. Okay, so what do you expect, like an orangey taste?
No, I just expect this will be my baseline for Fruit Loop, and then
Okay.
I'll be able to tell the difference here. But I'm not expecting oranges.
Okay, I think they are gonna taste the same because that had no hint of orange to it. Purple?
Purple. All right. That tasted purple.
You think it tasted
Yeah.
purple? What does
Wait.
purple taste like?
It's hard to explain. It kind of just tastes purple. I'm sure you guys know what I'm saying. Like, certain colors taste like colors, but
I think you've been placeboed.
I bet you, how about this? I'll close my eyes and I'll tell you which color it is, because that's how confident I am that colors taste like colors.
Okay, so here, close your eyes and I'll put the
Yeah.
one in your hand. I'll show which one we're doing. All right, here we go.
That was green.
Now red. Dude, these all taste the same. I'm sure blue now. And then green.
I think I got placeboed.
Yeah, that myth is in fact a fact because all Fruit Loops taste the same. The next myth that we'll be attempting is to see if salted water boils faster than normal water. So we're gonna get a normal amount of water in each of these, put them on the boilers, and then check that out. I don't think that's true. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Just a pinch of salt. We'll do it in the front one. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Oh, that one got a late start, but it's fine. Okay, so we will monitor that. In the meantime, the next myth we're going to be checking out is whether white eggs are more nutritious than brown eggs. Seems a little racist to me. Let's check it out. All right, so here are the white eggs, and if we're looking at their nutritional components, it has 70 calories for a single egg, 4.5 grams of fat, about 200 of cholesterol, no carbs, interesting, and then 7 grams of protein. And then let's compare it to the brown eggs over here. So we got our brown boys, shout out, and we got 60 calories, so already this is a little bit leaner, less grams of fat by about 0.5 gram, and it has less protein though, interesting. So I guess if you value fat more, this is healthier, but if you want your protein, then brown eggs may not be doing it for you. But we could look at the nutrition labels all day, but we're actually gonna taste it to see if brown eggs are more nutritional than white eggs. So we're gonna start with the white egg. All right, crack that into there. You know, raw eggs are really good for you. A lot of people don't like them because they say it's gonna give them salmonella. I don't believe that. Okay, pretty standard. Now we're gonna go to the brown eggs. I feel like I lost a good bit of that. The brown egg tastes better than the white egg, but that probably means it's less nutritional because the worse a food tastes, the better it actually is for you. All right, so that myth busted. For this little competition we have here, bubbles are starting to rise, and it looks like the one with the salt, you can even see the chunks of the Himalayan salt at the bottom. That has a little more bubbles, I'd say, than this back one. However, the bubbles are rising quicker in the unsalted one. And that one had a later start too. So as of right now, I'd say that the one in the back is in the lead. So right now, unsalted winning. We're not done with the eggs yet because the next myth that we're gonna attempt to bust is that you can't break an egg just using your fist. So if you hold an egg in your palm like so, and then grab it, and you can't push with your fingers, you can only push using your palm, you can't break it.
All right, ready? Strength contest.
Oh, bro. Oh,
It was
my
too
God.
easy. That was too easy.
This went everywhere.
Show how far it went with the wall.
That went all the way in the corner from there.
And look at the fridge.
Okay, so I mean, that myth was immediately busted. And then as for the boiling, the unsalted water, by far, it destroyed the salted water. So if you're looking to boil water, don't even throw any salt in it because you're wasting your time. I don't know who invented that. That myth is busted. It's the reverse, in fact. This next myth that we're looking to bust is that you can't break an apple with your hands. So I guess by squeezing really hard, it's impossible to penetrate it enough where it can explode. I'm gonna put that to the test right now. So we have a gala apple right here. You have my, I think they're like 12-inch hands right here. And let's do this. Oh, this is on the verge of going. I just wanna show that we're getting kind of close. And I don't want to use my knees or anything to help me. So I think just with my hands, if I'm doing it like this, it's pretty impossible. Ooh. Okay, that's fine though, because the next myth is the 5-second rule, that you're able to eat food that has fallen on the ground. So this apple was on the ground for about 3 to 4 seconds. Let's see if it's actually still okay to eat. I'm kidding, it's fine. Busted. So we learned our lesson from this, but the next myth we're trying is that you can bust an egg from using your bicep only. So the fist, obviously you can break it with that. The biceps, so how am I supposed to do this? I don't want to squeeze my arm towards my bicep because that's using my... That was a great catch though. So I'm just gonna try to squeeze. Ugh, I don't think it'd actually be broken here. Power of the sun. The next myth we're busting is if water is really wet. There's a big debate, is water wet or is water just water? What makes something wet? Like what would you say makes something wet?
Water.
Yeah, that's what I think, but let's see if it's actually wet. So here, stick your finger out. Okay, so when I put water on my finger, it drips. And when you're holding water, how does it feel? Does it feel dry or wet? Because those are the two properties.
Feels moist.
Okay, I think moist is in the same camp as wet. So I would say water's wet. So that myth is busted. And while we got this water on hand, there's also another myth that a dinner napkin can hold a certain amount of water without dripping through. So this is a 2-ply dinner napkin. So it is extremely high quality. I think it's actually 4-ply. That's kind of crazy. And can you pour some water on this? A little drop. Let's see if this can support it. Whoa! It completely evaporated.
This is expensive though. You got the top-notch
This
stuff.
is a top-notch dinner. Yeah, you'll find this at your Michelin restaurants. Okay. All right, there's a little spill through, but I'm pretty impressed it could hold even that much. So dinner napkins, I mean, if you guys want some bounty level napkins, I would get these professional dinner napkins because they're more absorbent than if you use like 20 of the normal ones. So this next myth is that you can't touch your nose with your tongue. I don't know if that's a myth so much so like a genetic mutation. Man, are you able to touch your nose?
Nah. Can I use my hands? Oh, no, it's just not long enough.
I think I'm getting a look.
Yeah, you could do it.
I didn't know I could do that. So that is a busted myth. A myth that may be a bit tougher to bust though is that you can't fit your entire fist in your mouth. I've never tried this before. It feels like something a toddler would attempt. Just doesn't seem possible. I don't know how an entire fist is gonna fit into my mouth. I could probably get like 3 fingers maybe. Not even, I can't even get a single finger in. Whoa, you're getting kind of close. Okay.
I can't do it. You need baby hands for that.
The next myth is that humans only use 10% of their brain. And if that's true, then there's no chance I'd be able to beat a chimpanzee at this working memory test. So I have to basically beat 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You'll see they keep disappearing. Come on, Sam. You're smarter than a monkey, I think. All right. Okay. And I can't take too long between each one, otherwise that's cheating. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my gosh. Okay, I have 2 more tries. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. See, I'm trying to be fair. The 7, 9, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, okay, if I beat this, I'm smarter than a monkey. I can do it, I'm smarter than a monkey. 5, 6, 7, 8. I guess I only use 10% of my brain. All right, so now that we have a broken egg on hand, we're gonna check the next myth, which is that duct tape can fix anything. So let's see if it can fix an egg. So can you show the egg dripping? Like down, you can let it drip out.
Oh,
so that
yeah,
egg is
yeah.
drippy. Let's see if a little bit of duct tape will help save this boy. All right, I don't think that duct tape can fix anything. Our next myth is that Ouija boards work. So if you don't know what a Ouija board is, it's one of these ghost boards that have these letters on it, and then basically you ask it a question, put your hand on it, and then it's supposed to move you in the direction to give you an answer. So if I say, for instance, are the people watching going to subscribe to the channel? Oh, we got some movement. Oh no, that's the wrong direction. Okay. Oh, there we go. Hey, it's a yes. All right, let's make it a bit more difficult. So how about we ask it like, what color hat are you wearing? But you're gonna have to ask it because this is for you.
What color is my hat? This is weird. It
doing
jolts
something.
you a little bit.
Yeah, it's like the, oh my gosh.
Oh, no.
Unless it's going to gray or something. But
There's gotta be like a camera.
no
involved
way,
in this.
dude. Yeah, I think there needs to be something behind it. E, it could be gray though. We don't know yet. Back to
That's
E, no
so-
way. Gree, unless they're going somewhere crazy. Gree 6? Oh wait, no way. Dude, are you serious?
That's creepy.
How does it know that? That's ridiculous. That actually makes no sense. That's crazy. I guess it's real. So that myth is not a myth. Don't get a Ouija board. The next myth that we're going to bust is that you can't tickle yourself. Like tickling is basically, it only happens when you're like surprised and you can't surprise yourself. So let's see if I can tickle myself. The most sensitive area for tickling, I think, is like around your arms, like the armpit area. Kind of feels good. I don't know, how do you tickle you? I feel like a monkey right now. So I may not be able to tickle myself on camera, but the next myth that we're going to bust is something that I don't think is actually true, and it's that guys can't dance. I don't know where this started. There's a lot of good guy dancers out there, including myself. So here's some of my favorite moves. This is something I invented back in like 2006, I think it was. Remember we used to do this all the time? Busted. So for this next myth, we have a candle right here, and apparently you can light a candle by lighting its smoke. So I'm gonna blow this out, there's gonna be smoke coming up, and then I'm gonna try to light the smoke, and then apparently the wicks are gonna light up again. I don't know, maybe Bill Nye could do this, but somebody like myself, not a trained scientist, I don't think I'll be able to do this, but here we go. Okay, this doesn't look like it's going to work. Oh, come on, I was excited about this one. I was told that this one probably would work. So this next myth is that yawning is contagious, so I don't know if that's true or not, so I'm gonna yawn.
Usually it is. Even if I read the word yawn, sometimes it makes me yawn. But if for some reason right now I'm not yawning.
All right, let's try it again. Okay. Okay. Yawning is contagious. This next myth is that nobody's hand is bigger than their face. So that doesn't seem like Shaq, because he has a pretty small head.
It's always Shaq, man.
So let's see. I don't know. This used to be one of those things, like, people be like, oh, if your hand's bigger than your face, you have cancer. And then
pranks
somebody would
they
do
would-
it and you push the... Yeah, kids, man. All right, so this next myth is that you can't separate the egg yolk from the egg white, which doesn't make sense because they make egg whites, but maybe that's only a machine that can do it. However, I'm here to bust that because I actually know a way to do it. So you crack your egg open, like so, into 2 halves, and then you basically just play a little game of back and forth. The bottom is gonna be the drippage of the egg white, and then you contain the yolk within the shell. So then if you wanted to make egg whites, for example, you'd have all the egg whites here, and then the yolk right there. Busted. The next myth that we're looking to bust is that breaking things de-stresses you a little bit. So sometimes you'll go to those places where you just like throw glass and hit things with hammers, and it's supposed to help you out. So let's see if we feel a bit better. I'm like semi-stressed after all the egg explosions we've had, so maybe tearing this box apart will help me. And what are you breaking?
I mean, I feel like I kind of wish you didn't give me an object that is gonna haunt me forever. Why do I get stuck with this?
Breaking a Ouija board has to be one of the worst things you can do for yourself.
So you get the box and I break this. All
Let me
right.
get my de-stressing out of the way real quick. Okay, nice and soothing.
That felt pretty good, I'm not gonna lie.
Do you feel better at least?
I feel good, like the stress is gone, but I feel like I may have cursed myself forever.
But the stress is gone.
But the stress is gone.
So it's a good myth. It's a good one. The next myth we're looking to bust is that if you put a lemon into a microwave, it becomes more juicy. So a base level lemon, I mean, it's like pretty hard. I'm sure we've all done this before. But now, put it in the microwave for 15 seconds.
And apparently it's gonna be more juicy. All right, so I have the non-microwaved lemon slice here, and then the one we just put into the microwave for 15 seconds. We're gonna see which one has more juice in it. So here's the one that is fresh. And you'll see that is the amount, approximately, I'd say like 20 milliliters. Okay, and so comparing it to the microwavable one, okay, which one would you say has more?
I think, yeah, the microwaved one.
I think there's slightly more in the microwavable one, so this myth is busted.
The next myth is that you can apparently see the Great Wall of China from space, which I don't believe. So we have up Google Earth here, and we're going to look into this. All right, so let's pull us over to China. Goodbye, New York. Hello, China. Okay, so the Great Wall of China, let's just identify it first. All right, so I'm guessing it's like along these walls. Now let's zoom out. Okay, I mean, I think it's safe to say that we can't see it. I mean, my eyes aren't like perfect, but I would say you can't see the Great Wall of China from space. So that myth is a myth. All right, so now I have a pair of Vans, and apparently they always land right side up. So let's see. No way. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more content, make sure to click here, otherwise subscribe on your way out, and I will see you next time. Peace.